The Global Latin Factor Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Global Latin Factor Podcast, where we talk about Latino everything. And today we have a very, very special person that came to visit the podcast. She's a singer, songwriter, composer, super versatile singer. Fun fact, she used to be a kindergarten teacher. She left all that behind to pursue her career as a singer. Born in El Paso, was raised in Juarez, Chihuahua. Her grandma inspired her to sing because her grandma used to sing boleros. And that's how she fell in love with music. She sings regional music, or regional mexicana, regional music. Michelle Menache, or Menache, depending where you're at. La Menache, a.k.a. la consentida del Metroplex.
Wow, desenterrando tumbas.
I told you,
Wow.
I do my homework.
What a beautiful intro. Thank you so much for that gift. I'm super excited, super happy to be here.
Yeah.
This is actually my first English interview, and I feel very well. Like, I feel very welcome, and it doesn't seem like, I thought I was going to be nervous because it's not my first language, but I feel cool. Thank you.
That's so interesting though, right? Because you were born in El Paso, but this English is not your dominant language, but your Spanish is really good. Like
Thank
extended
you so much.
words and everything. Words I have to like googlearle, like, what did she say? Okay, so first we're gonna go ahead and before we get started with the interview, we're gonna do what's called Preguntas al Chile. So Preguntas al Chile.
Preguntas al Chile.
And then now, you ready?
I am.
Tacos o tortas?
De pastor, por favor.
Tacos. Okay.
5.
Corn tortillas o flour tortillas?
Corn.
Okay. Gorditas o flautas?
Híjole. Flautas.
Flautas. Okay. Mexican coca o jarritos?
Jarritos.
¿Cuál sabor? What flavor?
Like piña.
Piña. Yeah, para la niña. Agua de horchata, de Jamaica, tamarindo, pero no de calzón. ¿Cuál te gusta?
De horchata.
Okay, qué bien. ¿Salsa verde o salsa roja?
Obvio, verde sí es como la de aguacatito y roja sí es como la de mi abuelita.
Órale. ¿Y cuál era la de tu abuelita? How
Así
was that
como
one?
de puro chile de árbol. Sí, muy
okay.
picosa.
Okay, I got you. ¿Churros o flan?
Churros. Con cajeta.
¿Menudo o pozole?
Ay, pues menudo, soy del norte. Y con bolillo o pan con... ¿Cómo
mantequilla.
se dice? Exacto.
With butter, yeah.
Ay, sí es cierto.
So do you drink? You drink?
Yes.
Okay. Do you like beer? Not so much? Okay. So if you have a preference, Dos Equis, Corona o Carta Blanca?
2X.
¿Tequila o mezcal?
Los dos.
Los dos.
Y a veces sotol.
¿Hasta mezclado?
No, mezclado no.
No lo mezclo.
No, es que son para degustarse,
Yeah.
no es para ponerse happy así.
You know, everybody gets it wrong with the tequila. Yeah,
El
you're
tequila
supposed
no
to
es
sip
para
it.
tomarse como un shot.
Shots.
O sea, esa es una locura. El tequila, cada tequila tiene un saborcito. O sea, es un gusto adquirido. Entonces,
Yeah, you have to sip it and then taste the flavors and the wood
especialmente
and
y el
everything.
mezcal que tiene más layers to it. You know, it has this wood flavor, and then with the orange, and then with the... Bueno, yeah, are you done with the questions?
No,
and
no.
I'm like, and then you
No, it's
taste
good. But we're going to do an episode about it, but I'm glad that you're giving me, because it's a technique to do the
Can
mezcal.
you invite me?
Yeah, absolutely. We could talk about the mezcal whenever we do
Okay.
an episode.
All right.
Okay, Valentina, Tapatío, Cholula, salsa.
Valentina.
Paleta, sandía, elote, mango. O de dulce.
Es que I grew up in an ice cream shop, so I don't eat ice cream or paletas.
Anymore?
I mean, it's like most of humans means you all love ice cream.
Yeah.
And I grew up looking at it, smelling it. Every night I would smell like
Yeah.
fresa con
It's true.
fresa de leche.
So you don't like it no more?
I mean, I do, but it's not like I'm just gonna have a scoop.
That's good. Okay.
So you pick for me.
Okay, I got you. Bueno,
Thanks.
hablaba de las de candy, las dulces, las paletitas
yo pensé,
esas, no la
fíjate.
nieve. No, está bien.
Automáticamente me fui a la de
Sí.
hielo. O sea,
Yeah,
it's my
pues.
memory.
¿Cuál de todas?
Pues, ¿cuáles eran los sabores?
Las paletas. Las
Ya
paletas.
siento que me vas a comprar una.
Ya, debería tener una. Las paletas de sandía, el elote o el mango. Que no es que
Elote.
tienen diferentes.
La de corn es como la que sabe como a mielecita.
Yeah, esas meritas.
A butter. Esa.
Ok. Conchas, the brown ones, the white ones, or the pink ones?
The white ones.
Yeah. Okay. Frijoles, refried beans, borracho beans.
Refried.
Okay. Y para ti, what does the word Latino mean to you? Just in general, what comes to mind when you hear Latino or Latina?
I see my family. I see colors.
Mm-hmm.
I see flavors. I see warmth.
Oh, nice. I like that. I like that very much. Okay, so let's start this. Did you had any questions that you wanted? Like, I know you had a lot of interviews before, but did you had a question that you wish they would ask you during those interviews? Then maybe like, man, I wish they would have asked me this. Nothing comes to mind?
I love it when people ask me about, because I have a lot of some experience interviewing artists, because that's how I grew up.
You have a lot of experience interviewing artists.
I have got good training.
Yeah.
And my favorite question to ask to my colleagues, because I would see myself as a musician, not as a reporter or
right. Or interviewer.
Yes. So I would be like, what's your process of composition? Like, what do you do? How do you get inspired? ¿Cómo llega la musa? ¿Cómo es que es el proceso? O sea, ¿qué es lo que haces tú para componer?
Okay, so what is your process for you to make a song? Like, what has to be first? The beat, like the melody, the words, and things like that? Or how is your process for you? Because I know you write songs, and then you done covers. It's not like you're not super proud of them, but because you compose, but you've done it before. So what is your process?
My process is very organic. If I am sad, I'm going to compose a song that's going to make me feel better, not with happy songs, not with happy words, but with the same sad intention, so I can get rid of the feeling inside of me.
So it's like therapy.
Yes.
That's nice.
So every time I compose a song, it is charged with the intention behind it, and it's meant to make the same thing on you.
I felt that, like, I know because it's your baby, the first song, but Gatos y Garabatos.
Gatos y Garabatos.
I felt it. Like, I can hear the emotion on the voice, and it was captured beautifully, because I think it was your first time really working on a project. You went all the way to Puerto Rico to do it.
Yeah.
And then when you were recording, I can feel like those emotions that were getting transferred through the mic, because I felt like that's what you were feeling at that time. Am I right or not really?
I was like in my first happy musical moment. It was like, this is it.
Right.
This is it. So I was very, very happy. Like, joy is there, but the intention is very nostalgic, because when I wrote it, I was being aware of all the changes in Juarez. It was when the drug dealer war, all that.
Okay, the cartel wars and stuff like that?
When that started, my family had to sell our businesses, the ice cream shop and all that. So we all had to move here. So when I wrote that song, for me, that's what it means. It's like, Gatos y Garabatos is just the innocence of a child.
And it was stripped away.
Yes, but it's also the faith or the hope that people in Juarez didn't have anymore after all that. Like, they lost it.
Yeah.
It's not in every corner, like a cat. Like, everything is very abstract. And thank you for appreciating that song, because it's very important for me. Not because it's just my baby, but I wrote it when I didn't have any emotional charge on the idea that I am a very abstract writer. Because when I started moving to the Mexican regional side,
right,
you have to speak in a different way.
Yeah.
You have
no
to.
Fresita.
But it's not fresa. It's more like I'm very deep. And I tried, and when I say things, I have the intention to use the whole word for me. It's not just the word, it has to have rhythm and sound.
Okay.
So every word is well thought.
Okay, so you're just not just saying it, but how you sing it, it could have different fluctuations within the word and things like that?
It's just how a word sounds. It's meant to evoke that.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's a little I know it's super
good.
deep.
I like it's deep, and I like that. I appreciate it because people might not even understand the process that goes behind there, right? Or the thought and the detail of the word, that even the word on the song, you put attention to it.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Because that's
great.
my process.
Yeah.
My process of composition. Because for me, everything it's about how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
And the rhythm feels good.
Yeah.
That's why there are songs like, this is the rhythm of the night, because you feel good,
Yeah.
right? So the rhythm always makes you feel good. And when I'm doing the process, like trying to put things together, I'm thinking, does this feels right in my body? Does this, like, cada palabra que bailando, every sentence, is this like connecting with what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So everything is like a dancing, and an energetic movement.
And you're connecting all that with the sound of
Yes.
all of it, so it can just be real nice and have a nice flow to it. Awesome. That's beautiful.
Thank you for asking that question.
Absolutely. Thank you for telling me about that question. That's my secret, by the way. That's how I get the best interviews. Okay, so
Nice.
you started singing mariachi, right?
Yeah.
So, and that was when you were smaller, right? How old were you when you started doing mariachi?
I think I was, I started one of my first contests at school, the talent show.
Mm-hmm.
I sang with a mariachi dress, and I sang Amor Eterno de Juan Gabriel. Obvio.
Tu tío?
Sí, mi tío Juan Gabriel.
Your uncle? It's not really her uncle, who would explain to the reason why she said. And that's funny though. Okay,
Yes, mi tío.
so what was the first recollection for you as far as when did you start singing? Like, did you just knew you wanted to sing? It's because your grandma influenced you so much? Did you recall the earliest memories of when you started wanting to sing?
I think I started as a writer first. Like, I did my first poem.
Nice.
And
you
then,
remember it? A little bit? Even
yes,
parts of it?
I do.
You want to recite it for us or not really? Es en español.
Es en español.
Okay, está bien. I will understand it. Si quieres, si no, pues está bien.
No sé si me acuerdo, espérate. Bueno, this poem, it was just like when I was already writing, like I was, 10, 11 years old?
Oh, wow. 10, 11, you started writing.
Like, no, ¿cuándo empiezan los niños a escribir?
No, ya como los 5, 6, por ahí.
Siete?
Like
Okay,
5, 6
entonces-
years old.
Entonces, okay, so I was 8.
8 years old.
All right. And then, so I started writing, and it said, estoy sola en mi cuarto a medio atardecer. I'm by myself in my room at dawn.
Yeah.
Dawn?
Yeah, close to dawn.
Yes. It's so poetic.
Hey, for 8 years old, I wasn't trying to write. I was like...
But hold on.
Okay.
Escribiendo a oscuras esta carta de amor para ti de mí.
Wow.
Porque decía, escribiendo a oscuras esta carta de amor para ti de mí.
¿Y eso va a ser una canción? No? You have a song on you. That is
I
beautiful.
was 8 years old.
So,
And I was so in love already.
I think sometimes like the artist, or maybe it's just me, that we want to make it too complicated for the people, right? And it's just like, what the hell?
But you know what? This is the thing that I've been.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was talking about my use of words have been very judged,
Yeah.
because it's been like a recurring thing on the people that surrounds me, even on my on my music team, and it's like I am this type of composer because I'm a like poetic writer, I guess.
Yeah.
Or lyrics. I don't know how you say that, but they want me to compose music that is easier to digest,
Right.
to hear, to understand, and it's like asking me to cut parts of myself.
Yeah, because your Spanish is you have a very extended vocabulary in Spanish.
Thank you.
Like, I'm telling you, I have to go Google some words to see where you... Sueños Tangibles, el título, it was a great idea, but I think for an average person that maybe didn't go to, like, got educated per se,
Yeah.
esa palabra como, what the heck is tangible, tangible? Like, you can touch
You
it.
can touch
Pero
it.
gente O sea, no como que no, sueños realizados,
Sí.
más simple de observar y recibir. Yo sé lo que te dice, como que
Sí.
te quieren quitar, pero se comprende por qué. Like, there's a reason why they want you to, because people can relate to that
Now,
and understand
do you
it.
think I'm doing wrong by like embracing or like by setting my, I don't know how to say, like standing my ground?
No, no, but I see if they're the ones that have the experience and knowledge is what they know. I know you're the artist, right? And you want to deliver something beautiful to people, but they trying to see it as like, what can we sell to people they can understand and they can relate to, right? Maybe here and there you can throw one of the big words and beautiful words that you like, but maybe not so many because, again, a lot of people maybe didn't even go to, like Mexicanos, muchos no fueron a la escuela a estudiar, they didn't go, so their vocabulary is really not
Yeah,
that.
I understand.
They don't take the initiative to go look for words and things like that. So,
And for me, it's like I have always been like this since little.
Yeah.
Like my mom didn't ask me to learn these words.
Right.
Like she was just very strict with me, but she never asked me to be this person. Like I did it for myself. I started reading since very, very young. I was always very, ¿cómo se dice? Adelantada para mi edad.
Yeah, advanced for your age.
Yeah, so
in the words and the studies and things like
but
that.
always, and I love languages. It's very easy for me to learn languages, and I learn very fast.
Nice.
Ay, así bien.
Como,
Bien narcisista, no.
¿Cuántos lenguajes tienes? Ya sabes.
¿Perdón?
How many languages do you know right now?
Pues 100%, bueno, soy 100% bilingüe y pues es español, inglés, poquito de tarahumara.
¿Tarahumara de veras?
Que no te creas, nada más
¿De
como
veras?
4 palabras, pero no te emociones.
Entonces yo
Ahorita
sé
te
chino.
digo.
Entonces yo sé chino.
¿Sí?
Unas 4 palabras.
Ahí está.
Sí, estamos
sí,
basándolo
puedes
a
decir
eso.
que sí.
Sí.
No, y hablo como un 50% francés.
Oh, wow.
Porque lo puedo escribir y leer muy bien, pero no tengo todavía el oído desarrollado y batallo mucho para entenderlo. Pero lo hablo muy bien.
That's good.
Yo juro. Y poquitito italiano, porque una vez sabiendo esos 3, es muy fácil.
So they're part of the Romance languages, which is Portuguese, English, Spanish, Italian.
Y fíjate
French.
que el portugués se me está dificultando tanto.
Why?
No
Okay.
sé. Y me encanta la música y la escucho. De hecho, en mi playlist tengo como 10 canciones en portugués y me gustan mucho, mucho, mucho me gusta. Pero no entiendo ni madres. Perdón.
No, está bien, está bien. Exprésate como tú gustes. Oye, okay, y ganaste, you won Miss Fiesta de las Flores back in the days, right?
Pues gané Miss Photogenic.
Okay, Miss Photogenic.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
And that was it. So I was in the last top 10 and I won Miss Photogenic.
Okay. What is the your name? I forgot to ask you about that. Is that your name or is that your artist name?
No, that's my name,
Yeah.
Michelle Menache.
Y viene el Menaki de Europa por allá, right? El
Es
apellido. Turco, es lo que estaba viendo. Como que, like, en los videos de gatos, the earlier videos, you get like a gitano type of vibe, like gypsy type of vibe.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going for? Where you felt connected like that a little bit?
Actually, I'm still doing it.
Like that?
I'm still doing it.
Yes, Eternamente Bella, the outfit, it was kind of a little bit
Yes,
like that.
and then the last photo shoots that I've done with my photographer, Omar Vega, which he's a great photographer.
Oh, they came out beautiful.
Yes.
They're coming out great.
It's my first time doing this type of work, and everybody has been like, wow, the feedback has been amazing.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm liking all of them.
thank you.
on IG.
So I have some outfits that are like very gypsy type, and I'm planning to polish more that side of me because I really want to bring it back. That's me. I like that vibe.
You like that vibe?
I love it.
That's good. Okay, so tell me. Okay, so I was curious about why y'all left Mexico, but I think you touched up a little bit on it. So y'all had to leave Mexico for the things that were happening, right? So you left everything behind and came to El Paso. Is that how it happened?
No, we used to live back and forth, and at a certain point, when my brother Jose was born, we had to move to El Paso, and so I was going to school in Juarez, and I was like back and forth until I moved to El Paso, and it was when I was in UTEP, And then at the same time, I was singing at the Collage, which is a very, very important show in Juarez by the Tec de Monterrey. And it was directed by Judith Soto, and right now she's I think she's the director right now of the whole university. I don't know, but she's, all of the people that I worked with at that time, right now, they're very successful. Like that show, it's like, ¿cómo se dice? Como una plataforma.
It's a platform.
Yeah, very important for people that want to make it in the business.
That's what's up.
So, what were we talking about before that?
Why you left Mexico? So you moved to El Paso because of you.
So everything started getting worse. We sold and we transferred the businesses to other members of the family, and we left we came here to El Metroplex.
So in 2003, ¿verdad? Más o menos?
Más o menos.
Okay, so tell me about Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento.
Pues fui a audicionar, I went to audition and I made it. I made it to the finals and then cuartos de final. And I went 3 times to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Y every time I would go like to the last stage, but not to the final stage.
Okay. What do you think happened there for you? You're super talented.
Thank you.
The ranges, like I seen you like sing reggaeton, like ballads, romantics, and then I seen you with regional now, and your voice and the way that you deliver is different. So what do you think you learned from the experience, and what happened really that you weren't able to be the one?
When I went to Tengo Talento, I went as a pop singer. I auditioned with a song from La Oreja de Van Gogh, Geografía, which is one of my favorite songs, and La Oreja de Van Gogh is my favorite band.
Your favorite band?
Soy super fresita, ya sé.
It's a beautiful band.
Love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Nice.
I love it. And so I went with that song. Everybody liked me, except from Pepe Garza. And
Any words you want to tell them? No.
No.
I don't want to start.
Muy pronto lo voy a conocer en persona.
Rato.
Y le voy a agradecer que no me dejó pasar. Porque si no hubiera crecido tanto.
Yeah.
Y bueno, entonces, so I went back. They said, yeah, you passed. So I went back to the cuartos de final so I could go to the final.
Nice.
Right? And the production chose to change my genre, and they said that I was supposed to sing tropical now. So they gave me a merengue song.
A merengue song.
And for me, now I have experience singing tropical music because I work doing that type of bands and everything. But at that time, it was like super unknown for me.
Right.
And I didn't know how to do it. So I trained myself. I practiced every day. My mom did a choreography with me, and I was ready. And when I went to cuartos de final, so they say, and now, y ahora con ustedes, Michelle Menache.
Menard? ¿Te cambiaron el nombre también?
Sí.
They changed your name?
And I was like, o sea, como estaba en vivo, pero no en vivo, grabado.
Era grabado.
Entonces, pero no lo regraban porque quieren la experiencia así, ¿no? Entonces, pero yo pensé que iban a parar todo para que dijeran mi apellido bien. Y nunca pararon nada. Y la canción, tú sabes, el merengue goes like, ta-ra-ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-ra-ta-ta-ta. Si ya se te va el borlo, ya se te fue. Y entonces yo en lo que estoy, pues nadie, no me voltearon a ver. Nobody knew, I guess. And the song went, and I went in late.
Very late.
And I didn't know how to
catch up again.
Yes. And I was already, I already knew it was a failure. So that's what happened. And
you didn't try to explain to them. They didn't care, right?
Sí.
Y les importó.
Porque me preguntó Ana Bárbara, me dijo, no era Ana Bárbara, a mí me tocó Patti Manterola.
Oh, Patti. ¿Y qué dijo?
Patti me dijo, ¿qué pasó, Michelle? Ya es como la gente de México, de la Ciudad de México, pronuncian el nombre, Michelle. Y yo, bueno, pues, my name was said, like, you said my name wrong. And then they're like, well, you should do it again. And then Pepe was like, no, everybody had their just one opportunity and you can't do it. So I was like, see ya.
Well, I get that, but I get the part where you learn the professionalism at that part where, you know what, I'll correct them later whenever I'm done with the performance. But he was thinking maybe of like, you have to be a professional. The show must go on.
Yeah.
So, and everybody was only fairness. They had that. So did you think you took that away from that experience, or what else did you take from that experience?
I took everything. I was like, I knew I wasn't ready to do merengue because I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel good doing it. I knew I should have said something, but I didn't stand up for myself. I said like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I should have said something. And I know that since I was not ready, everything could have distracted me. Not just that. And I knew that I had to be more ready and I had to have more discipline, and it just everything that has happened in my musical life, even my personal life, has helped me to realize that you have to be disciplined. You have to keep doing it. You have to have perseverance.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why you were asking me about that. Should I stand up for myself about that? Because it is part of your identity. So do you think you still struggle with that? Like fight that? Like I need to stand up for myself. Because I know what happened that time. I didn't stand up for myself. I should have told them I don't feel comfortable with this and I'm not going to be successful. You're setting me up for failure. And now this is part of your identity, right? I get what they're saying, but you got to stand up like, you know what? I have to do this because it's in me to do this and talk and like sing like this. So you have to allow me to do what is part of me.
Exactly.
And then stand up for yourself.
Yes.
I mean, okay, your management might not like that. I'm just saying. It's no need
and
to.
I have that. Don't worry. I already have that reputation that I am like that. You know, o sea, que soy exigente. Pero I'm not, o sea, no en mal plan. I know where I'm coming from. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've done the dirty work, the hard work, you know, everything.
How many years total singing you will say now? Like total professional?
Professionally, like 12.
12 years, right? Yeah. That's you know, that's your 10,000 hours more than to mastery, right? That's
and then
what they say.
I'm super obsessive, and because I have to keep myself, you know, focused on that.
Yeah.
Because I have this goal, right? And every day since I wake up, I grab the guitar. I start composing. All day I'm thinking, what's next? What should I do next? And I have to work on being on the present so I can enjoy life like a normal person.
Yeah.
But I love doing this. You know, it's like breathing for me.
So when was it that you realized you really loved this? Like since you started writing that poem, or since you first sang your first song in front of people, or you recorded your first song? When was it that you're like, this is love? I love this.
I have always loved music. I thought it was like normal because my abuela used to sing in every party and with
She
the
sings
mariachi.
beautiful, by the way. I've seen a TikTok of her.
She does, yeah.
Yes.
She's a sweetheart. And so I think the moment that I realized that I wanted to do this like forever, it's when I had the opportunity to go to record my demo in Puerto Rico. And I didn't want to come back.
I bet I wouldn't want to come back either. I love the beach. I've been to República Dominicana.
Oh my gosh, I was at the airport and I was just like, and I was like, I don't know what's this. But it was like such an emptiness in my heart, like, because I had to go all the way to Puerto Rico to realize that I wanted to do this for a life.
Yeah.
So I went all the way over there para reconocerme, to see me, to find me.
Find you.
And so I made a promise that every time I would feel lost, I would go back. So if you see me in Puerto Rico, it's because I'm lost.
You know what? To realize that and to have that moment, for me, I feel like whenever you left being a teacher to start doing the full-time music, I think that's kind of like commitment. You know what I mean? Like you really want to do this. There's no reason. I don't know how the situation played out, but to be a teacher and decided to, that's what I saw in one of the interviews, and you wanted to pursue this full-time, is like, that's like commitment too, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know if maybe it was around that time that you were in Puerto Rico, but all those things happening, I mean, you can realize that this is what you were meant to do. I think you were meant to do. You're great at what you do.
Thank
the
you.
songs, the videos, presentation, your new record company label, they're doing a great job with you.
Thank you so
yeah.
much.
You just went to Vegas, right? You came back from Vegas.
Yay!
So it was like a promotional type of event for like promoters and things like that, or cómo fue?
Yeah, it was my first junta de promotores in Las Vegas, and it's like a networking for promoters, managers, musicians, artists.
I didn't even know that existed until
Me
I seen
neither,
your videos.
because I was on the other line, on the other side of the music, you know.
Yeah.
And so now, for me, in my head, in my ideal world, going to this first junta de promotores was like a debut in the regional Mexican world, you know?
Right.
Even though, I mean, there was very few people that I really knew like internationally or at least nationally. All the other ones were like local that I know. And even though it wasn't like super big, for me it was very important.
Yeah, it was.
Very, very important.
Yeah.
And my managers were like, this is like, you don't have to be super perfectionist about this, because I was like, what am I gonna wear? What's gonna happen? What's the itinerary? I wanna know. I wanna be ready for this experience. I wanna do the best out of it. And they're like, chill, it's something normal. Es X. Y yo así como, no, because for me it's not X.
Yeah.
So I went all the way.
You know what I was thinking, because you were asking like, when are you gonna put a flyer? Because everybody does stuff like that, right? And I was like, I appreciate you didn't go off on me. Like, how come you don't have a plan ready to go? You know what I mean?
No, of course not.
But with
Cada quien trabaja como quiere. Y
como
tú eres
quiere.
el profesional, no yo. ¿Cómo te voy a decir?
Sí, pero igualmente, you're like, ¿cómo que no tienes the itinerary, the questions planeados? ¿O qué me vas a preguntar? You know what I mean? So I feel where they're coming from, but I see what you're talking about. Because I have a method to what I'm doing. But I was like, hey, I'm glad she didn't go off on me for
No, ¿cómo
not
crees?
telling her my plan.
Oye, no, de por sí tengo la fama de que...
¿También?
De que trueno dedos.
¿Por
Eso
qué?
está súper mal, porque un mesero dijo que yo le había tronado los dedos y que por eso no me quería. Y yo dije, claro que no, yo nunca voy a tronar dedos. A lo mejor le dice, tú!
Oh, ok. Pues ya se ve como que sí.
Sí,
Un poquito
es que,
falta de
mira,
educación por
sí,
la gente, ¿verdad? Como que
Exacto.
se
That
siente.
was rude, pero te
Ajá.
voy a decir por qué. I was choking, I was singing. Y ya tenía rato cantando, entonces
Te
yo
frustraste.
yo quería agua y estaba frustrada. Y entonces no me hacían caso porque había mucha gente.
Ujú.
Y yo así como, ya me cansé y le dije, ¡hey! Pero yo creo que se vio como, ¡hey!
Yeah, algo así.
¡Ole!
Dame agua, ya. Guacha. Ay, okay. Sigue. Okay, so you used to sing. You sang for the Mexican consulate, el consulado.
Sí.
Did you still sing for them, or that was just a one-time thing?
No, I did it for several years. Javier Aguilar and Edna Vázquez, Michelle Menache, y some other musicians, like more classical musicians. We were always like the house, like the ¿cómo se dice? Los artistas de la casa.
Yeah, the house artists or the
The
artists that they always
go-to,
book.
and we were in the list.
I heard those consulado parties are
Oh my gosh, the best.
the best. From what I hear, I haven't been invited to one.
No, una vez tuvimos un after party muy padre, que a lo mejor no debería contarles. Pero ahí es donde yo me hice muy amiga de one of my best friends, Zulma González, which she's a great singer.
Oh, nice.
And also Edna Vázquez, which she's like a great singer-songwriter. Like, my friends are very, very talented. And I met them at the Consulado Mexicano. Also, Javier Aguilar, he's a very good friend of mine. He's a Mexican. He's also a tenor as well.
Yeah.
Like, saludos, Javier. All those people, I met them at the Consulado Mexicano. It
Yeah,
was
so
a
let
great
me
experience.
explain what regional music is. So, música regional es original music. This is the genre of music que incluye banda, country en español, duranguense, grupero, mariachi, norteño, tejano, tierra caliente, y muchos más. So that's what original, that's what you sing. And I saw an interview, you said, no, nunca cantaría regional, no me vería así. Mira cómo te veo ahorita.
What video?
I saw the reason why you wanted to switch, right? Because the audience for the music you were singing, the bohemio, the ballads, it's a smaller one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you wanted to, I feel like you wanted to touch more people because I know that it's important for you to deliver that to people, to touch them. And this genre opened up more people, more audience for you to do that.
Yeah.
Pero también el reggaetón, ¿por qué no lo viste? Era más fácil. No, yo pienso.
Sí,
no,
lo
no,
intenté. Fíjate que, bueno, afortunadamente el color de mi voz es todavía considerado joven, porque en las mujeres eso cuenta mucho. When you sing and you still sound young, you can do reggaeton, like Thalía. You know, she's very good with reggaeton.
Yeah.
Gloria Trevi, I like her doing other things, you know, more boleros y cosas like that. Pero la voz de Thalía y esas vocecitas mi voz quedaría muy bien haciendo reggaeton. You know, I did Enamórate de a poco.
Yeah, you did that.
But we couldn't. It's on YouTube, like it's right there.
Yeah,
it's available for you guys. But I didn't promote it more because I couldn't make a deal with my co-singer, with my friend. Well, my ex-friend.
I heard a little something.
And it's like I didn't want to deal with that because I was in the middle of signing. Well, actually, I was starting to be ready to sign the record deal, and I didn't want to deal with that. It was not worth it, you know. But the song is very, very good.
Yep.
And I if that would have worked, I would have done more reggaeton music because it's fun.
It is fun.
It's super fun.
And their audience for the reggaetoneros is huge. Like
Yes.
They get a lot of views, more views than anybody, other genre of music.
Yeah, and it's wild that's another side of the musical story. That's another line, and it's hardcore as well.
Yeah.
Pero it's fun.
Yeah. So you used to DJ or karaoke, or la hacías de DJ, or no necesariamente? You just play like, because I used to work at restaurants, right? Because the entertainment.
Yeah.
But were you like a DJ, or just playing the songs?
Well, I had to learn a little bit of DJing para no aburrir a la gente, obviamente, ¿no? Pero no era como que Chichi de Agostino, tin, 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 tin,
rascar.
No, yo soy más old school de allá, de los...
Nomás les tocaba las canciones.
Sí.
Con...
No, lo que hago, well, what I used to do is that I would entertain mostly. It's like I would feel the vibe, like a DJ, but I wasn't mixing. I was just like thinking, if this song ends like this, I should start the other one like this, so it emerges like normal or like naturally. That I was doing, but I wasn't like DJing.
Yeah, it's part of the technique for the DJs too. I'm not a DJ, but I'm around DJs. But that's what they do, right? And that's what clicks in mind, the beats and things, and keep people entertained.
And if you feel the vibe of the people that you're entertaining, you know if they wanna dance a cumbia and then a rancherita.
Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, that's part of the reason why you started the original, because you were doing some of that in those places, right?
I realized that it was super fun and easy for me to sing banda, norteño, and mariachi. I love mariachi, but mariachi has always been a challenge for me because I know that a mariachi voice has a different texture
and
to
they
it,
have to go
and a different sound.
Yeah.
And it's not too much of going up, but being heard, singing that low in your chest. Like that vibrato, it's more difficult than going up like, you know? So it's like, it's hard to sing mariachi.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people has the fortune to be able to. And for me, it has been very, very difficult. So I am like super humble with, like, I don't know how to tell you. I really, honro a los mariachis.
You honor the mariachis for what they do.
Because, and I respect them so much. And for me, that's like, es una joya tener ese tipo de músicos.
Para la gente que no se vaya a ofender, for the people that don't get offended about original, it's not that it's easy, it's challenging, but you've done so much vocal training that it's easier for you
Yeah,
to do this
exactly.
type of music.
I mean,
Not that it's
singing
easy.
is not easy.
It's not
You
easy.
need all of your body.
Yeah.
But for me, it was easy because I was so used
Mm-hmm.
to use another type of voice.
Mm-hmm.
In pop music, you have to do little arrangements in your voice so that it sounds interesting.
Right.
In regional, you can go full voice and feel free and sing. ¿Qué te cuesta ser feliz? O sea, tiras así. And when you're singing pop, you're like, ¿qué te cuesta ser feliz? You change the intention.
Yeah.
So that's why, yeah, it's not easy, but it's for me, it's fun.
Yeah. But it's the 15 years you've been doing it. You know, it's only
Yes.
right that it for you is easier. Okay, so La Buena Fortuna Magic Boutique. You just opened it not that long ago, right?
Yes.
Congrats. Is that yours? Is that a partnership with somebody?
It's a partnership with my mom.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
And it's a dream that we've been building since we got here.
Well, it was a song, La
La
Fortuna.
Fortuna, it's a song.
I know. But now you have La Buena Fortuna. And why is it people that think magic? What are you talking about? Because I know you were using the phrase on the posting. But why magic? Or why Magic Boutique? Or what
Okay.
can people expect when they go in there?
Okay, so we have Mexican artisan jewelry, and it's made out of quartz. It's made out of gold, silver, Swarovski crystals. Like, it's very nice jewelry, and each one of our jewelry or bracelets or pieces, it's charged with a good intention
Oh, nice.
for good luck.
And how does that done? Is it like a
Because-
blessing or?
Because the quartz, every single quartz that we use in every single model, it's meant for something. And the combination, like there's some quartz that they go with gold, and because the properties of the quartz get amplified with gold. You know, things like
Okay,
that.
things like that.
We make everything have the intention for, like, if you want fortune, money, love, good luck.
I already got my good luck dollar. No,
Ah,
el
sí.
dollar.
Ah.
She gave me a good luck dollar that is gonna make all my dreams come true.
See,
Okay, so is this
Lucky.
your jewelry nomás, or did you got
No.
clothes and stuff?
we also, we only have jewelry, but we also have a like holistic center where we give therapies, like like for relaxation, for healing, like all those energetic and body processes. So it's very, very fun. It's relaxing. If you go to our La Fortuna, you're gonna feel super welcome, and it might be the first day of your new great life.
Yeah, that's what's up. And where did the idea come from to try to do a boutique and implement those things that people really need? Because a lot of us are maybe stressed or whatever. I don't get stressed. I'm just whatever.
I
Pero
like that.
the people, where did that come from? Or is there something that's within the family you've been doing? Because I know that you either a life coach or dabbed in being a life coach or are really into empowerment of people. That's the reason why I feel like even though you're working on your music, it's just to build your bigger platform to talk to people and encourage them and different things like that. That's how I feel. I got the vibe. I don't know if it's right or not.
Today I was thinking about that
Really?
because I had a feeling that you were gonna ask me about this, and because
We're synced.
yeah. So I was thinking what to tell you, and when I was thinking what to tell you, I realized that I do want to use my voice and my face to do something greater, like inspire people to be happy.
Yeah. I've seen interviews where people are talking about pursuing dreams and things like that. And I think it's super important for you because of your journey. And it's important to people that sometimes they don't realize it's doable, right? As long as you do the work.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the things that I feel like it's a good thing to do. A lot of us have a lot of healing still to do and struggles. And it's beautiful to somebody to see that came 15 years working on this, to seeing fruits of their labor, and now I'll be like, wow, she can do it, I can do it, you know, or maybe like, yeah, I could do it too. Like, no matter where you are at in life, and it's beautiful. I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, so, and that's what I was talking about, the sending love through the music, right? So when you sing a song, is that what you're trying to project, or are you trying to kind of act out the song and give it the attitude that it needs to be like people can connect to it?
When I sing a song that's mine, I connect to the same feeling that I felt when I composed it. So if I am singing Tiempito, I was very, very sad. And I was like, I was trying to get rid of that feeling. And I was mad. So I connect to that feeling, and then I start. No cuento los días, ni las horas, ni minutos, solo siento el amor que invertí yo en ti. Because I'm mad.
Yeah.
You know? So, and then, no cuento las copas que me tomo pa' ver si así me olvido un poco de ti. Mi corazón sufrido. So I start connecting with that, and then the second verse is even more intense because every time I sing a song, I want to interpret the song. And when that song is not mine and it's a cover, I usually pick covers that I feel that I like, that I love them.
Right.
I'm not going to sing something that I'm not, I don't know. No. That, it's like non-negotiable for me.
Good.
I need to feel the song so I can sing it to you. So I can do something on you, you know, create something,
Right.
help you liberate something. I don't know, make you smile, make you sad, make you cry, whatever I make you feel, it's good because it's movement. It's information.
Yeah. That song Tiempito, I think it's going to be, because anytime I talk to women or I've seen posts of women, is they always talk about investing time, right? But the other person, for me, he's like, the other person was there too. What are you talking about? But I see what they're talking about. You put all this time and things on a relationship and it doesn't work out. Then, of course, tanto tiempo que estuve invirtiendo y lo perdí por ti, you know, I can see how they're going to be like, yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, because it's horrible that women have to be like, how do you say? Como que tienen que recargarse. They have to lean on their age, like their life revolves around their age.
Yeah,
It
the
sucks.
internal clock at times.
It's like not even that. It's like even in the music business, it's like, oh, your age, and it's like, I'm a human being.
Right.
I do music. Why does how I look or how old I am, or my color, like all those things? Well, how does that have to do with me singing?
It's a sad thing. Pero
But also
ahí
in
está
the,
Paquita.
ajá, ya sé, pero
Esto estaba bien.
todo el mundo me dice eso.
Pero ella ya se hizo señora, ya estaba grande cuando se hizo famosa,
Sí,
¿me
sí,
entiendes?
sí,
So
sí,
it's
sí.
not the music business in itself. I see what they're talking about, but you can always be the, like, you know what? I'm not going to, like, you're not going to put me in that area. I'm going to do what I want because this is what I love, and people are going to connect. And no matter if I'm older,
Yeah.
Chente, que en paz descanse, he was a lot older now, but people were still connecting whenever he went and sang to him, or whenever we were just playing a song for him years
Sí.
later. ¿Qué importa? It doesn't matter.
But you know what? I think that's a like a Hispanic point of view.
You think so?
I think it's a cultural thing about the age on musicians, don't you think?
Maybe so. It's a possibility.
Or
but
more on women musicians.
that too. But I think overall the music business itself, they're all like that because after certain women start, either where you have a baby or you get older or whatever, all of a sudden you're like, pero ahí está J-Lo. She's like 54 and
And she's beautiful.
she's beautiful.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. I think it's whatever one dictates, because if one starts getting those ideas that they give them,
Yeah.
then you start feeling like that's what it is. And then you start falling under that instead of like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do regardless.
I just realized that we have been going through, like, we can't finish a subject because I don't let you. I'm sorry.
I'm so good.
Ya te diste cuenta de mi ADD súper fuerte.
Nah, hey, we're just talking.
Sorry, but I'm having so much fun.
I didn't realize that was happening,
But I was like, did we finish this subject or should we go back?
You know, I do that sometimes.
I'm trying to control it. I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm the same way because yo se me va el avión con las cabras. El avión en las cabras, con las cabras se me va.
Y eso que no me pusiste mezcal, sino...
No, pura agüita nomás.
Agüita de calzón.
Okay, so if anybody was to go, like look at my Google search, they're gonna be like, what the heck is this dude looking at? Porque cuando empezó la canción, to start getting the song Agüita de Calzón, which is, what is it, is it a third single now, or cuál es?
That was our second single.
Second single,
sí.
Or it was Castillos, Eternamente Bella Bella. Castillos fue con banda.
Bueno, Castillos, I'm sorry.
Fue con banda.
Sí, pero no la cuento porque es una canción que yo la hice independiente.
Okay.
So I don't count it with now that I'm under Carmen Line.
Okay, so the label is Carmen Line Entertainment.
Yes.
Great website. It's beautiful. And they're the ones that it started with you. So if I'm not mistaken, when you decided to go regional, you started looking for people and then somehow you went into them? Is that how it happened or not necessarily? Did they find you?
It was both ways. Super fast, let me tell you. But let's finish this subject. Let's go back. Okay. Put a footnote.
Okay, put a footnote. The Agüita de Calzón, even if I was to look at my Google search, I'd be like, what the heck is this dude looking at? Porque when you Google agua de calzón,
yeah.
¿Cómo hacer agua de calzón? How to make it? I'm like, what the heck? And I did go into the video. I wanted to get the history of when that term came to be, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know how to make agua de calzón without wanting to. But that song is just for shock value. It's not even about that necessarily, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the story.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the lowest point of my life, like super bad. I was in the lowest like part of my life. I was very, very depressed and I was sad. I was being a victim. I was being a super narcissistic, egocentric, everything. And I was mad. I was offended because I had a manager and I trusted him, and he's a public figure. I never imagined that he would, do something dishonest.
So he broke your trust.
Yes.
Big time.
And I got this allergic reaction in my face, and my face got super weird. I looked like Quasimodo.
Oh, nice.
And I was scared.
Wow.
I thought I was going to stay like that.
Was it a nervous breakdown?
Yeah.
Almost? Yeah?
Yeah. And I was very, very sad. So at that point, I was like, please, God, if you exist, send me a signal. And I said, but do it, make it as funniest and the most ridiculous way you can do it. I'm asking God and I'm still me pongo los moños, imagínate. The level of ego.
Yeah.
And I understand that right now, but I didn't back then. I was still, exigiendo. Muéstramelo así. So I needed something so I could feel something again. Because I was done. I didn't want to sing anymore. I was heartbroken. Everything at the same time. Everything. So I was like, por favor, Señor. Ya sabes, bien dramática la Rosa de Guadalupe. So I got a message from the author, Pablo Carrasco. And he just sent me an inbox in Messenger, in Facebook Messenger. DM. And he's like, are you a singer? I'm like, yes.
A little bit.
And he's like, well, I have a song for you. I'm like, okay, whatever, show me. Así estaba, de que, güey, ya, mátanme. Así, yeah, whatever.
Acábame de matar.
Sí. So, I'm like, okay. And I start listening. And I'm like, this song is so good. So I texted him before the song was halfway. I was like, tu canción está buenísima. Dije otras palabras más fuertes, pero no lo voy a decir aquí. Y no sé cuál es the record.
Nah, we don't chop it up. como te quieras expresar. However, we keep it clean, PG, pero sometimes the best way to express con una grosería, like.
Pues nada más dije, tu canción está poca madre. And so he was like, gracias. Do you want to record it? It was meant for Chiquis.
Oh, yes. Chiqui Rivera. That song was meant for Chiqui Rivera.
Yeah.
How come you being hesitant to say who it was supposed to be meant to be? You want to start any issues at all?
Yeah.
Or it doesn't matter?
I was like, it's not about making controversy with her, you know? It's not
it
about
does
that.
Sales.
Yeah, but for me,
But
it
it don't
doesn't because
matter.
it's not, you know, with my ego, how am I gonna enjoy a success out of someone else, you know?
Yeah.
That's eating, en español le dicen el pan de la vergüenza. When you get everything and then you don't have that, I did it myself.
Yeah.
So it's completely about ego and all that, but no quise decir. Y aparte por respeto también, o sea, al Señor. Ahora ya lo dije, ni modo. Pero no pasa nada. De
She's doing
hecho,
her
me
thing,
gustaría
focus.
cantarla con ella. Es más, le diría, cántala tú, era para ti, corazón.
Yeah. ¿Sabes lo que han hecho los reggaetoneros que estaba viendo un video?
¿Qué?
The reggaetoneros been doing like Daddy Yankee goes to Ozuna is like, hey, déjame or métete en mi canción. Let's do a remix.
Ajá.
And then the next one would be like the same thing. And they just been building up forever and ever.
Sí.
And they all get numbers and
Yeah.
things like that. So I don't see why all the original no Nadi Corona.
Nati
Nati, I
Corona.
know her because I used to work with somebody, one of her relatives. And all y'all until because y'all do have solid numbers.
De hecho, I want to do something with Nati. We are planning to do something. And
That's
it's
awesome.
a surprise.
So that's pretty cool. So the song Agüita de Calzón was the second single. You released it. The word itself is just because people recognize que es eso. Like, what does it mean, Agüita de Calzón? For people that don't know what it means underwear water, panty water. And it's supposed to be like if you give it to your other person that is in love with you, they're like super fall in love with you. They're infatuated with you. Like como están como hipnotizados, they hypnotize.
But the thing about Agüita de Calzón is not that you don't give it to someone that it's already in love with you. Entonces, ¿para qué la haces?
Yeah.
You
Bueno,
have to give it to someone que no te hace caso.
That's true, pero
Por eso les dicen no, pero también a la gente casada le dicen, le dio agüita de calzón, ¿no? Yeah, I kind of get what you...
para que lo mantengas ahí como que se quede,
Yeah.
like he's trying to get out of control. Aplácate, here you go, toma tu
ya
agüita.
te entendí. Well, yeah, that too.
But the song had nothing to do, like the title itself was shock value, but it was como era de enojo y con un poquito de despecho, it was like this and that, and then the wordplay, re puta, so I was like, what? I was like, oh, this is so freaking awesome. And then it's like, you went from like,
Do you like that song?
I heard it, I liked it.
Really?
I played it at quite a bit of
I mean,
times.
because it's like a contrast from Gatos y Garabatos y Agüita de Calzón. O sea, it's like two different worlds.
It is two different worlds, but the versatility that you have, and then the fun that the song is, and be like, that's pretty freaking dope. Like how she did it, like you go from like filet mignon to freaking un sándwich de gas station, you know? Así como agua de chocolate a like freaking agua de la más fea.
Caviar, dice,
So, yeah.
contigo comía maruchan, con él puro caviar.
Or like what? It's beautiful.
Thank you.
So now that you found them, y'all started working. I don't think so that's kind of y'all got it together with the
Espérate.
label, right?
Y entonces, let's go to that part of how I met them.
Yeah.
So
We're all over the place. It's okay.
sorry. So after the song, 2 weeks before my big thing happened, when this guy, o sea, cuando sucedió el fraude, the treason, no sé con qué
Traitor.
palabra se dice en inglés.
Traidor, traitor.
When this happened,
Yeah, whatever happened.
2 weeks before, I met my manager, my real manager right now, my present manager.
Not the driver.
No, Jose. He's my friend. Jose Alberto Tico Muñoz. So I met him before this thing happened with the song. But we only spoke like lightly, like, hi, my name is Michelle. Because he was sitting where I was. I went to get a whiskey. So I was like, hi, my name is Michelle. And then he's like, oh my gosh, we love how you sing. And I'm like, thank you. Another whiskey, please. And for me, it was like, más gente que siempre llega. Little I knew
So
that
you were
he was
working.
going to change my life forever.
You were working at the bar.
I was singing.
As was singing there,
Yeah, and I
they
went to
found
get
you.
a whiskey for myself because I was so tired. I had been singing for 6 hours that day
Jesus.
straight. I think I had like 10 whiskeys in those 6 hours because I was so tired. So tired. And it was Sunday, so I had been working from Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Ya estaba en las últimas. Ya necesitaba ponerme así de que sedada para no sentir el cansancio. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Nice to meet you. And he's like, I've been a musician. I was a professional musician. I did tours and everything.
Wow.
And all the cities. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, this is me. And he showed me a picture where he looked kind of hot. And I was like, is that you? Really? You know? I was like, oh, okay. But I was like, ¿cuál es la insistencia? And because I wasn't paying too much attention. And then he's like, give me your social media. And I'm like, okay, because I'm used to giving my Instagram, not my WhatsApp or anything like that. It's weird, you know, because I don't know who the people is. So first my social media, and then we'll see. So I left, and he saw a video of me singing one of my original songs.
Okay, one of your original songs.
And then he clicked on it, and he said, a work of art. So I was like, that's so weird. And I sent him a message, and I'm like, are you still at the place? Because I left, I was done. And then he's like, yes, no, I'm already gone. And I told him, can you come meet me for dinner, please? That same day that I met him, I went to dinner with my family, and I told my mom, I'm going to bring a friend.
It's not even your friend, it's a stranger.
And my mom hates that.
Really?
Because she's very, like
Just the family.
yeah, she's like, we're going to speak about things, you know? Like, I don't want strangers listen to all my craziness. So, and I'm that way too. But I was like, I told my mom, don't ask me why, because I don't know what to tell you. But I feel that you need to meet this guy in person.
That's wow.
And I was like, I don't know. So when he was there, he went to dinner with me and with my parents and my family. Mi abuelita, el perico, everybody was there.
Everybody was there.
And he was there. And then he told me, we were done with dinner. It was weird. I was like, why is he here? Why did I bring this guy?
That's
you know,
hilarious.
because
That's
at
so
that time
funny.
my whiskeys were coming down. You know, I was getting sober, and I was like, what is this guy doing here with my family? You know.
Right.
So I go home. He drops me up, and then I told him, you're depressed, because he told me he was depressed for 8 years. So I told him, you are depressed because you need to get back to music. You need to go back to music. Go back to making music. And then he said, I will be your manager. And I'd roll my eyes. I was like, whatever, bye. Imagínate cuánta gente me ha dicho eso. Yo, Simón, me acaba de voltear el mundo uno que me traicionó, o sea, y no voy a brincar a un extraño, ¿no? Yo así como, Simón. And then forward 2 weeks, and we are with the song, and I'm like, if I'm gonna produce this song, I'm gonna produce it with someone that knows how to do this music.
Was it Eternamente Bella or the other one?
Agüita de calzón.
Agüita de calzón.
Yeah. I was like, this is why this song is so important, because this was the signal that I was waiting for, because the title was so funny.
And you asked for that
Yes.
specifically.
Yes. So this is what made that everything, like, como que el universo conspirara y se creó. Ta-da! And it was, this song moved all the pieces. So I spoke to him and I said, I'm ready. And he knew what I was talking about. And he's like, I'll see you where you sing on Saturday. So he went to the place where I sing, where I used to sing. I felt like in all parts of life, my timeline. And I was like, so what are the news? And he told me, we are ready to record you. And further on the line, we're going to offer you a record deal. And you're going to have producer Danny Fender. Do you know who he is? And I'm like, no. And he's like, Google him.
Google him.
And I was like, okay. And I never did. I never Googled Danny Fender. I never saw his Instagram. I went to that studio still not knowing anything about my producer because I didn't want to create judgments or points of views about him beforehand.
I got
And
you.
since I didn't know now I know. But since I didn't know what was up without the business, the music business, that's why I went. I mean, that's why I didn't want to Google him.
Yeah. So just touch up a little bit on the people that he has actually worked with. Just a few of the artists.
Okay.
Fender.
Well, he's super active on all the norteño and then norteño sax. He's done Energía Norteña in the past. He's done en presente. He's done Dos Carnales, Rieleros. Unos que no me acuerdo los nombres, pero Rolando, muy bueno. Con sentido de afid. O sea, he's done a lot of very, very important y ya de mucha experiencia de norteño.
That's dope. Okay, we went
Michelle Menache.
We went a little bit out of time, pero I had so many other questions. We'll have to do a second one. No, it's all good. I have a lot of great stuff from you. And your English is really good too. I don't know why you were shy about it.
Thank you.
Como la Micaela, la Manache las muñecas. That was pretty cool. I think y'all need to bring that back and do it more. Your skills, interviewing skills is like an A1. And then you have a project, but I don't know if you have an actual album because you had talked about maybe an LP or EP or an actual album. So which one is it that you have coming out?
So we have another single, and it's going to be my first original song. It's called Otro Lejos, and it's going to be released on May 6th.
Yeah.
And, well, I'm very, very excited because it's my first song under, my original song.
Your original, everything.
And for me, it's a great privilege and it's a great fortune to have worked with Danny Fender and con Jose Muñoz and Rey Ávila y Lobo. So these are great musicians and I'm very, very
And
grateful.
Is this song going to have the Menache style type of vibe, like como Eternamente Bella Bella, or that's what we expecting, or como más o menos?
Híjole, the Menache style, but it's reloaded because it has more of the taste that I want to find. I want to find that el sonido ese gitano del norteño de antes, o sea, desde from Germany and all that.
Yeah, you saying that the other day, and I was like, polka?
Kind
it's
of.
Freaking like, it's como una norteña almost.
Exactly.
It's almost the same thing.
So the sound that I'm looking for, it's more fresh.
Yeah.
But that I wanted to feel the same way.
That's what's up. Okay. You were going to do a tour for like press run, like South America, I think you were. Did that ever happen, or you still in the works for that? So you can start later on touring.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
On the works?
Yeah. We're waiting to do another LP after this fourth single, My Otro Lejos. So after that, I think that we're gonna go.
You think you have a name for the album? Yo todavía no sabes. You don't know which one yet.
No.
It would be given to you. Yeah, it would be awesome. Okay, so real quickly before I let you go, all your social media, todo, where can we find you? Where can they find you at? Instagram, Facebook, todo lo demás.
Okay, so in Instagram, I'm under Menache _Michelle, and which is MENACHE underscore MICHELLE, and Michelle Menache on Facebook, and also on TikTok, La Menache, my Facebook page, at Me Menache, like MI Menache.
I like the acting, because I think you went to school. You took a break from music, but you went to school. Did you went to an actual performance art school, or qué tipo de escuela fuiste to try to refine your art? Because you've taken the journey of taking it serious. Again, the movements, the everything, the image, and all that is by design, is not accident. So did you go to a particular school? I know you took a break.
I did. I was going to Artistic Studio with Edgar Arreola. He's an amazing actor and teacher, and his wife Josie Arreola, and we did some projects together as well before Menache y sus Muñecas. I did Mimosas y Café along with them, and it was a great project. I really enjoyed it. It was like a talk show, and then I polished my own. But I did study acting with them like for around 5 years.
Yeah, you can tell on how you, again, do the movements and everything, interpreting the songs, even on stage. I know you're taking that craft, and it's awesome. I was going to tell you, una de las muñecas, she's a vegan. Yo tampoco no como carne. Ya
¿En
tiene
serio?
4 o 5 años.
Yo necesito un amigo como tú.
Yo estaba haciendo, cuando estaba escuchando la entrevista, that one, I was actually making some jackfruit something I was making, como un tipo de birria.
Sí,
and I was like, oh, that's so funny.
Qué rico.
That I'm listening to you and she's talking about that and I'm making the dish. I'm like, what the heck?
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about law of attraction.
Yeah.
It's super weird. Okay, so I really, really want to become a vegan. Like, I've been doing it since a while. But I really love cheese.
No, yo soy mexicano, pero cuando me preguntan, when they ask me, what are you, vegan or vegetarian? Digo, Mexican. But I don't eat any meat or dairy or anything. Yo me dio un asco. I had an experience, I have an epiphany, y como que de un día para otro, cold turkey.
Yo quiero que me dé esa epiphany.
Pero empecé lentamente a cortarlo. I started slowly cutting.
Sí.
And then on the weekends, I will eat tacos because it's my favorite thing. Y luego un día para el otro como que...
Oye,
I was in a club MCing y ya, no more.
But let me tell you something. I wake up and I never want to have like normal breakfast, like huevos, like normal people.
It's all an accident. That's not... Okay, breakfast comes from the word breaking fast, which would be your first meal that you had that. So... all those things that we're not supposed to be eating like that type of breakfast, You're supposed to be eating like lighter stuff, fruits and different things like that.
Well, I don't like fruits, but I love vegetables.
Really? You don't like fruits?
Wow. Lo único que me gusta, y sin albur, es el plátano. And so the grapes and cherries. Pero ya así las demás frutas me las como a fuerzas.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Sí, but I love vegetables. Like every vegetable in the world, I love.
Really? Even beets?
Yes.
Really? Yuck.
You know what are my favorite?
¿Cuál?
Brussels sprouts. Y a la gente las odia, ¿no?
I don't like...
Eggplant.
Yeah?
Ay, sí.
Okay. Disculpa, I could be talking to you all day. Okay. Any saludos. No, you're good. Saludos. Any shout outs a alguien? Gente que te ha apoyado, gente que sigue contigo.
No, pues es que son muchas personas y no quiero ofender a nadie si alguien se me olvida.
Pero ellos saben quién está involucrado en tu carrera. They know who's been involved in your career and they've been seeing you grow. From the first time that I seen you at the Tengo Talento, like the maturity that I see now, like you can see it. And I'm not like a trained person of anything. I've done a little bit of music here, but I'm like, the way you were moving over there, kind of shy a little bit, don't really trying to figure out to the way that you're doing it now, like, dang, that's like night and day. It's not even the same person.
Ya sé. Y me siento como una persona. Muchas gracias.
Yeah.
Me siento como una persona diferente. I feel like I'm enjoying for the first time my career.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying every part of it. That's why I enjoy talking to you. That's why I'm so present.
Yeah.
Because this is my time. This is the only life I have.
Okay. Bueno, saludos a todo el mundo.
Bueno, ¿qué les puedo decir? Saludos a toda la gente bonita que nos está viendo, a toda la gente que me ha apoyado hasta el día de hoy, a mi equipo de Karma Online Entertainment, a my best friend Fabiola, a baby Emmy y a mi compadre Isaí, a mis papás, mis hermanitos, mi baby Babu Alex. ¡Mua! Y a todos ustedes que nos están viendo en este podcast, I love you so much. Thank you for taking the time to listen to us.
Yes, it's going to be all over the place. We usually put it, but thank you for taking the time. Okay, so I have no doubt that you're going to continue working on it, and if you're obsessed with it, I think it's almost, you're on the verge of greatness for where you want to see yourself when you started. And I feel like your music touches everywhere. I call it the Global Latin Factor because I think we all now connected. First, everybody knows the word Latino, right? So it kind of, but at the same time, make you look like a person, like who you are, who we are. Latinos, no, we're just humans, but this is just how we do stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then for the fact that your music is global and the way that you want to touch people once you got your platform is a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
And the growth that you have come a long way from the first they didn't take you in, and now where you're at. I mean, to me, you're an amazing talent. Michelle Menache, you are a global Latin factor. So it's going with me. So okay, so one last question before I let you go. If anybody was to Google you or search you in a search engine years from now, what do you hope for them to find, or what do you expect for them to find from you?
I would love for my name to appear and say, Michelle Menache, portadora de la bandera de la paz y activista en transformación para ser feliz. Something like that.
Eddie, ¿ahora en inglés? ¿Ya en inglés?
Michelle Menache.
Menache.
What did I say?
So you'll be
I would have the Nobel Prize flag for the peace, and like I want to make a difference on the world, like just like inspire people to be happy and follow their dreams.
Absolutely.
Live because they want to live the life they have.
Yeah. Awesome.
So.
Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. This was another episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast. Remember, we are just like you with the spice in this melting pot that it is the world. Till next time. Bye.